Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today we're going to look at another #1 ranked deck. So this deck is very impressive. So not only was it the first for the August season, but the users actually been able to hold on to that coveted #1 spot for the last 5 days, which is pretty impressive. So we are at August 5th, and 5 days. I've always been curious if, hey, you hit it, do you keep it? So this deck definitely has gotten that juice, and we're excited to take a look at it today. Now, before we go ahead and do so, just want to say thank you to all the subs, thank you to all the newcomers. Really appreciate it. Please feel free to continue to support the channel by subscribing down there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date to awesome content like this. All right, so what is this Crown King deck that we speak of? Not really surprised, to be honest, but very excited about it nonetheless. Mono green Stompy, my friends. So yes, we are running a mono green Stompy deck today. This deck is by Rumti. Rumti has been able to hold this spot for 5 days. I believe they're the first person to get there. They did it in about 14 hours, something crazy like that, which is pretty awesome. The fastest I've done it is maybe, I think, 20 hours, but over the course of 10 days. So good for you. A lot of time into the game. That's great. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at this deck. Pretty similar to the shells that we've seen already, but I will go ahead and make a couple callouts here just because we haven't really done a mono green one since M21. Additionally, we have the bans that happened, so the deck has changed up a little bit. I'll cover this deck list here and then talk a little bit about the best of 3 sideboard for you. All right, so first off, what did we pick up with M21? We picked up Primal Might, so this is a big one. We don't have to pay X. We can still target creature and have them fight, so keep that in mind. That's a big thing for us. This one's actually running less Barkhide Trolls, which is pretty interesting. Now, a big key component that we got from M21 is the lovely Scavenging Ooze. I love this card. I used to play it in Modern all the time. Very excited to see the reprint here in M21. Now, another newcomer is Garruk's Harbinger. So when this creature deals damage to a player planeswalker, we get to look at that many cards from the top of your library. Then we may reveal a creature card or a Garruk planeswalker from among them, put it into our hands. So this is also awesome in terms of us being able to get more additional cards and put the rest of the bottom in our library in a random order. Next, we have the good old Gem Razor, so nuking good old artifacts and enchantments. We still have our Questing Beast. Vivian Arkbow here is still a key component. This card is awesome. Now, this one also runs Nissa, who shakes the world, which is pretty great. This is also going to be very helpful. So this deck is really tough for mono red. The one that it can struggle against in times, and I'm referring to best of 1, is mono white. So the ability to get the life gain back, a little bit more evasion and some bigger creatures sometimes can make it a little bit harder to deal with. Now, the other thing that we are also adding in here, which I really like still for my Korea though, is Bonders Enclave. So we got a lot of great ways to get some draw here going and keep that engine and juice flowing, which is pretty awesome. All right. There's the deck. Questions, comments, let me know down below. Deck list down below if I didn't say that already, so you do have access to it right away. Next, best of 3 sideboard. Just one call out here. It does run 3 Garruk's Harbingers. I did not craft the additional one. I actually threw in Garruk because I think it's fun, but I will make sure the deck list down below is updated for you. So where would we play these things? So Heroic in Intervention. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible to end of turn. This is an awesome M21 card, and it is great. So where would I play this? I would play this against board wipe cards. So that's going to be things like the Jeskai control stuff. Additionally, Azorus you're going to want to keep a lookout for. And then anytime that you might be running into some aggro decks that might be able to actually take some stuff off the board, you may want to play this as well. Mono black might be another consideration. Next, we got Ram Through. So Ram Through is great for us to take creatures off the board. So we have some with Primal Might and Vivian Arkbow, but if we need to keep removing creatures, this is where you're going to want to go. So this is going to be perfect against those aggro decks, again, that we were already mentioning. Additionally, I would play this against like the Winota decks, or Winota decks, whatever you want to call them, and also the sack decks that are still floating around. Directly getting those creatures and removing them off the board is going to do you a big favor and give you a big advantage. Again, Grok's Harbinger, so we already have one. This should be 3, but I would play this against mono black for 1, because you got hexproof for mono black. 2, you're going to want to play this, I would actually say, against non-creature heavy decks, because then you can keep that draw engine going. So that's going to be a good consideration for you. Next, I put in Grok's Unleashed. Where would I play this? I love this card. I think it's great against aggro decks, actually. The ability to down 2 and really for 1 when you're losing on the creature side, or the ability to just get through and kind of finish over the top. That one's going to be great as well. So just my little fun piece there. Gem Razor, we already got one of. Anytime they run enchantments, throw this in, or facts, and then call it a day. So again, this is going to be your, I would probably run this against Azorus Control. I would run this probably against Jeskai Control. Additionally, you're going to want to run it against any of the sack stuff that's still floating around. And we also still have the Citadel stuff. So this would be a good card to have in there as well. Shifting Ceratops, so protection from blue. Anything running blue, absolutely play this. That's going to be things like the Jeskai Control deck, the Azorus. You could also play this against the Simic Flash decks. That's going to be a big one for you. You may want to play Ram Through against Simic Flash as well, and maybe Heroic Intervention, something to consider. All right, last we got the Great Henge. We already got 3. Where would you play this? Honestly, I would probably play it against like ramp decks. They're still around, so you can keep that in mind. We're going to struggle if they do get a Ugin off, because if they wipe the board, we're going to run into some issues. So you may want to also keep Shifting Ceratops in that lineup and keep it back so you can drop it and have the haste. Additionally, Questing Beast. So if we do run into those types of decks, just keep an eye on that as well. All right. Whew. Big breath. A lot going on there. Let's go ahead and hop into it and play some competitive Magic. I think I'm actually in Diamond right now. Diamond Tier 2 maybe. So let's go ahead and play some matches here. I'm very excited about this deck. As you can see, standard ranked, mono green Stompy. Let us do it. Now, before we get started, as always, just want to say thank you again. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Stay up to date on awesome content and decks like this. Okay, here we go. Itachi 1. So we can go first. I will actually probably keep this. It's not super aggressive, but we got good draw. It's going to be debatable. Now, the other thing and consideration that we always have to keep in mind, too, is best of 1 is different than the best of 3. This deck, obviously, with the sideboard, is a best of 3 deck. And we're playing Sultai, so maybe it's the deck we did last night. Ramp it is. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do a Love Struck. Now I think I'll go Vivian if I can get it off first. There we go. All right. I'm gonna remove Arboreal. Ooh, that would be real risky.
With the Arcbow at my side, I can't lose a fight.
Let's get it off the board.
You picked the wrong fight.
They don't have enough yet there. They're at 6. They're close. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So the good news is his ultimate actually misses Stone Coil. So
my, how you've grown.
we'll go. Oh, I actually need one more. I'm gonna do this first.
We're fit enough to survive.
Let's see. How do I want to do this? It's not gonna kill him, so we gotta think about this a little bit. I think we go. Well, 2. That's not gonna do it either. Maybe we just do the whole thing. Because then if they still drop it, yeah, we'll do that. All right, almost at lethal. Depending on what they do here, we can still win as long as they don't have like instant death. Because we can go Gem Razor. There we go. Should still do it though, I think. I think we do this. Mutate. I feel like they have a lethal out here.
Watch out, they bite.
So we got 12 to block 3. Should be game. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, just barely. So they'll get 3. We just need to drop 1 more here. And they got 4. Oh, so close. Ooh, there we go. We got through. All right, Diamond Tier 2, my friends. Onwards and upwards. Getting close, getting close. All right, on to the next one with our #1 ranked mono green Stompy deck. So Sultai ramp there. You guys saw that. So that was the one that we did yesterday. A little bit different, I think, than the one that we played. Maybe, maybe not. They didn't hit anything that we were running. Here we go. We go first, lurrus deck. I'm going to try it. Again, not nothing super low for us here. So the consideration will be, I'll have to think about it. We'll try it. There we go. All right, so what we do in this situation actually is we go this, and we go 1. And then we eat that. Now, this deck is great against sack decks. This one looks like it's mono black right now, too. That works. And we'll go Barkhide. Can always remove the counter here.
This place to the ground.
I'm gonna actually make this bigger first.
I'd get out of the way if I were
because that lethal. Then I can deal damage. I just want to take out Serrated Scorpion. And I can keep the counter on. So not gonna get targeted here, which is good. Additionally, we're going to get real close on getting our Great Henge out, which is also what we want. Cost 2.
We're fit enough to survive.
There we go. Let us get the engine running.
lucky to get that close.
Now, they have to get through here. Otherwise, we'll just down here. Ooh, they didn't do it. I hate being on the other side of that. Nice and smooth 2-0 with our #1 ranked deck in best of one. Love it. All right, on to our third and final match here with our mono green Stompy. Ooh, good stuff all around. I was waiting for the sack and the damage to take my guys off, but luckily we played that out right. I'm surprised they didn't tack into it, but hey, is what it is. All right, we will keep this. We got a 1, a 2. Uh-oh. It is either gonna, it's probably gonna be a Winata deck. And unfortunately, I always forget to turn this one's stuff off here. Sadly. Uh-oh. Here comes a burn. Maybe. What the heck are we... What do we got going on here? I just want to get the Great Engine. Boros. Ooh, Cycle Boros. This is interesting. This is a new one for me. However, I will admit I've been playing more Historic recently after the Arena Open. That works. We got one on our end here. Boom! There we go. Wasn't coming back from that. Absolutely not, unless they had the good old board wiper. But we had plenty of stuff to keep us alive and moving. Whew! That was quick, my friends. Good job. All right, Planeswalkers, let's go ahead and take a look at this deck again. Once again, #1 mono green Stompy by good old Rumti. All right, so here we go again. Deck list is available down below for you. You'll have access to it in the description. If you got questions, comments, please ask. If I made a misplay or something you just want to call out that I missed, always happy to see it. So please do so. It makes me better, makes you better. So I always appreciate the discussion. If you got questions, let me know. Last, just want to say thank you as always. Please feel free to subscribe down over there. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. And thank you, Planeswalkers. Stay safe. Enjoy this lovely mono green Stompy deck that's #1. I think it'll help you rank up really quick. As you saw, 3 wins relatively quickly in like 20 minutes there. So probably less because I spent a lot of time talking. But all right, Planeswalkers, take care. We'll see you again soon. Mythras out.